Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of Coding My Way In. And yes, what you see on your screen is what is happening. Your boy is out here finally learning React. This is my first week going back to the React ecosystem. So for those that haven't been watching the series, I tried to learn React a year and change ago without having an understanding of fundamentals of JavaScript, because I thought that if I learn React that was built upon JavaScript, I will pick up the JavaScript eventually, which was a complete mistake and an error in my part. I tried to skip, I tried to run before trying to learn how to walk, and I learned my lesson. So for the past, since February 1st, I decided to completely focus on studying Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. and to fully study and focus and really get the skill. I really have my goal that I want to become a full stack developer in a year. And I took a vanilla JavaScript course that you guys have seen. For those that have seen it, it's called 50 Days and 50 Projects in JavaScript. And it was really helpful to solidify my understanding, my basics, to understand what a function was, why they were named the way they were named, what were arguments, what are properties, async await, how to deal with intervals, timeouts, how to fetch data from my API, and other things and of that nature. So it was 51 projects, and it really gave me a solid foundation. So when I finally finished the course, which was I think last week, and started learning React this week, it's been great. The fact that I took my time, that month and a half of really working on my fundamentals of JavaScript, because now I'm working with the React ecosystem. And now I know what I'm looking at. Now I understand things. Yeah, there's more things to it, like importing, but it's very similar to, it's just modules. In vanilla JavaScript, when you can export and import. So I'm getting accustomed to it, how components work. I'm becoming more comfortable. Only with, I don't know, 4 days, I got comfortable with the idea of use effect and use state. So I've been very proud for the progress that I've been making. I'm surprised myself. I'm very happy, very excited, and as you can see, I'm also using TypeScript. So what you guys see on the left is not a project that I'm building from scratch. So I'm taking a crash course from Brad Traversy. It's completely free on YouTube, and it's a 3-hour course. I'm almost done with it. And he built this web page of, it's like you post jobs, and you post jobs there, and you can delete them, you can add them, you can look for jobs. And throughout this project, he's teaching how to really use the platform, the framework. So it's something very simple. You can view the jobs, you can add them, you use navigating links to go to the different sections of the website. You are able to view more details if you need to. You can read more, and then it's very responsive. You see the position, the location, what it's about, the company info, the email. So right now we're in the portion of adding jobs. So the next one is going to be how to make this delete button function. So this button still doesn't do anything, and the edit just sends you to a for not found error, which we created throughout the tutorial. And yeah, I'm very excited. And by the way, you guys hear like the door shaking? Is because I have the window open, and it's very windy today. And for some reason the window is there, the door is behind me, and the wind just shakes it. But it's not like the house is falling apart. In addition to working on this tutorial, it's very good. I'm taking notes. I'm making sure I'm commenting everything, and when I post on my GitHub repository, I make sure to specify what I'm pushing what I'm committing, so that way I know when I go back, because I know once I start building my own project, I'm going to have to go back to it. But this has been very insightful. I've been learning a lot, and right now, like I told you guys, we fetch in from a mock API. I didn't even know what that was. I thought API was just an API. So we are using a mock API to take this data from here, and then we add it into the job listings component. And then what we do, we fetch the data from here. And the reason it says API jobs is because this thing that I just learned is called proxy, that you use it with Beat. So when I was learning React, Beat was not a thing. It was create React, and actually Beat is a lot better, it's a lot faster. It's like a compressor, and I can do a proxy, and it's basically I just take the API link of the local host, which is 8,000 in this example, and I'm able just to use API, and instead of me having to type the HTTP, I can just write /API, which makes it more makes it better, more organized, not so much letters. It's one of those things that once you do the proxy, is you understand what you're looking at. So when you use /API, you know that that's the link for the hosting, which is this that you guys see here. No, sorry. So the API jobs is here what you see, and we have this open on a local host 8,000, which is this. So this is the server of the mock API that it was created for the project, which is very cool. So we have a mock API, we fetch the data, and then with the proxy, instead of having to write HTTP, we don't have to do that. We can just name it /API, and then what you see here, jobs is the route where we're going, and then limit is, since we have in this mock API we have 6 job postings, so if you type this limit equals 3, what it does, it shows 3, and if you put 4, it shows 4. So, and then we put a try catch, and we're using a sync await here with the use effect. And as you can see, I have a lot of comments, which is like really helping me understanding the concepts. And man, I think a lot of things just making more sense, and how you can see here through a map array, through a map method, we can fetch the data without having to post over and over the same information. We can just do it from here. So we do it here, and then through a different component, we have like the basis of how we want to show the data, and then through here we pass that component, and here's how it looks, and that's how we pass it here. So I'm getting accustomed to it. It's very cool. And it's funny that I remember when I was learning React, I used to get very frustrated because I would use this git bash. So I would use this, and I remember anytime I wanted to open, let's say I wanted to open the server, right? I would have to type it, go to cd into the folder, and then open. But if I needed to like install something, a package or something from npm, I would have to get out and then open it again and do that. And I just learned this week that I don't have to do that. I can literally open multiple terminals within VS Code. So the front end runs the front side, and then the back server, I have it for this, and it's open. And then if I want to install a package, I can just go here to npm, install npm, whatever I need, right? And I don't have to like open and close, which is something that I had to do in the past. And it's crazy. Like, it feels so good. Sometimes it gets like overwhelming, like all this studying, and oh man, like, is this even worth it? And it's just those wins that when you start doing things like this, like, oh, I understand what I'm doing now. Oh, I understand what this means. And you see that all that work that you're putting in is not in vain. So it's very rewarding. I'm very happy with the progress. And it's just crazy for me to think that some people go to boot camps, right? And these boot camps are 4 hours long. I mean, 4 months long. And I'm here like 2 months in 2 weeks, and I'm still on the front end. I'm like, man, how these guys do it? Like in 4 months, you become a full stack developer. It's like, it's crazy. But I know people that have done it. 2 months in, and once I'm done with this React crash course, is game time. I'm gonna start working on my. Why is this happening? Yeah, that was so annoying. Anyway, it was. It's gonna be game time, and I'm gonna start working on my first project. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, but I have 3 projects that I have in mind. But the first one that I'm going to do is I'm a fan of Nissan, the car company, and I want to do a website in where you go there, you are able to see the different vehicles, different colors, different data, meaning what this version of this car has that the other one doesn't. And then I want to be able to eventually scale it from a front-end application to a completely full stack, and where you're able to go to the website, choose a car, payment, and yeah. So I'm very excited for that. I know it's gonna be it's gonna take me time. It's gonna be a struggle, but it's really what I need to do if I really want to make things and the concepts stick. And the good thing is that with the 50 vanilla projects, I can always go back to if I need, like, oh, how do I do this? Oh, I remember doing this project. And I'm also going to use this crash course as a referral anytime I get lost. And I'm going to use Tailwind for the project that I'm going to build. So I may use a little bit of CSS, but the majority of the styling is going to be through Tailwind. I just fell in love with it. It's so convenient. It's so useful. And yeah, that's really what's going to be my tool to styling. I'm going to use Tailwind. And yeah, things are making sense. Things are clicking. And I'm very excited. I know it's going to get tougher from here once I start working on my own projects. But I just knew that it was not going to be easy. This road, this path of becoming a software engineer. I knew that it's not like these people showed it on the day in their lives that you just, it looks like the perfect job, you know, they drinking coffee, petting the dog in the office and going to the rooftop and coding. I know it's going to require a lot. It's going to take a lot, and I'm willing to do it. It's something that I really want to do. I'm enjoying what I'm learning, which is the best part. It's not like the day is dragging when I'm like studying, but yeah, I just want to give you guys that update. I'm finally learning React. I'm finally going to start working on my first project. The only thing is that this Monday and Tuesday I have something to do with my family. I'm doing a little getaway out of the city to regroup, decompress, and get away from studying for a little bit, because I don't want to overdo it and burn myself out. So I'm going to start working on my project on Wednesday. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the process of building my own stuff. Because at the end of the day, that's what comes down to being a software engineer, right? You build stuff and you make them functionable. And yeah, I thought this video was going to be a lot shorter. It's almost 15 minutes. I don't want to take too much of your time. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys on the next one.